Jeff, there are no... The hell? There's so many buttons and friggin' levers and shit here.
What up, Finland?
Yeah, Finland's in the house right now. Germany is not lit up, man.
That's okay.
All right.
Anyway,
I gotta
get
get
back. How you doing?
Good, man. How you doing? You know what? It's been a monster week, and we got a monster show tonight. I mean, there's so much jam-packed. I thought we were gonna kick it with Christian, and then kick it with Looch and be done. But I mean, Mike Tyson coming out of retirement, sort of, to fight on Netflix.
I woke up to that. Well, not really woke up to it, but that was early news for me. Like, yeah, I like it. I like it.
Yeah, no, early news to me was Steven had his interview this morning with the softball coach.
That's right.
So I'm up at 6 o'clock. I didn't go to sleep till 3 a.m. I'm up at 6, take the kid to the bus stop, get the coffee, got to go to Wawa, come here. And then guess who has to wake Steven up for his interview? Yeah, I call him about 12 times, and then he was shaking the shit out of his eyes. I said, Steven, come on, you got to get it together here, buddy. But he did a great job on the interview. All right, cool. Good. All right, sound is good everywhere. So, yeah, all kinds of stuff, Jeff. And you know I love basketball, and you know I love New Jersey in the summertime. And there was big news in basketball in New Jersey. So, big show. We got Christian. How do you say your last name, Christian?
Proscia.
Proscia. I'm just going to call you P. What's up, P? Instead
How's it
of
going?
G, what's up, P? All right, I'm going to turn you back off for a minute. We got Christian. I got Len Zdanowicz, whose name was actually mentioned on the show 2 days ago by JU when talking about beer and gas and beating people up and all that sort of stuff. He did not implicate Len in any crimes, though, so we'll say that right out of the gate. Looch on the other story was implicated in a lot of stuff. But I asked Len to come on because he just retired as a head coach of a high school team, and I wanted to get the perspective of what this story is. So for anybody who has no idea what the hell I'm talking about, let me bring you up to speed here, all right? All right, yeah, we're ready to go, baby. All right, so I'm going to transition. All right, get that out of there. That was the Manasquan Camden semifinal. Is that right, Len? And Len, I got you muted, so let me unmute you real fast. All right, ask to unmute. All right, you're unmuted. Okay, Len, because you're on the ground there, buddy. That was Camden Manasquan semifinals for the state championship.
Yeah, for the Group 2 state championship. Yeah.
All right. You got to make sense out of that for me if you can do it quickly. There's not one state champion. There's different groups. So
yeah, well, in Jersey, which a lot of the schools are the same way. I mean, you have Group 1, you have Group 2, Group 3, Group 4, and Group 5 in football. But other sports, it only goes up to Group 4. 4 being the larger schools, 1 being the smaller schools. And then there's also a separate one for the parochials. So it's kind of how you get the smaller schools to play against smaller schools and claim their state championship, and the larger schools play the larger schools. A lot of schools have the same thing.
Okay, so it's kind of like D1, D2, D3, but in the high school sort of division.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you will have top, like, again, this is Group 2 basketball, and Camden has kids going to, some of the top schools in the country. So it's not like, you have like the level of basketball could be better at some of these smaller schools, but they just don't have the population of kids. They might be under like 600 kids in the school, where the Group 4 schools are going to be like some of them in the neighborhood of 2,000 to 3,000 kids.
Okay. All right. I got it. I always wondered that. And I guess I never knew the right person to ask the question to. So what we just saw is you saw Camden go up and they took a 1-point lead on a free throw. And Manasquan got the ball back with a couple of seconds left. They went down court. They shot a 3. They missed. They rebound. They put the ball up. It went in the basket. They celebrated the victory. The refs got together, called it off, and said, no, time ran out. Here's another angle of what happened. I tried to freeze it, and it just wasn't freezing. But the ball left the kid's hands with .06 left on the clock.
Yeah, somewhere around there, I think it was.
I
Yeah.
can see in that first video. You could
The
see.
basket was good. After the game, the refs got together. They said, no, it wasn't good. Then they went and they saw the replay, and the refs said, oh, we made a mistake. The basket was good, but basically the ruling on the field stands because there's no instant replay in high school sports in New Jersey. And there's nothing we can do about it. Well, people on social media didn't really take too kindly to it, and they flipped the hell out. And this morning, Manasquan hired. Now, here's the first problem: is that Manasquan hired an attorney. Now, I saw the attorney's name is Michael Gross. I don't know if that name rings a bell to anybody. I knew it would ring a bell to you, Jeff. He was the father on Family Ties. Exactly. So, I mean, I would have hired Alex P. Keaton, not Alex's dad.
I'm telling you, man. His dad is their lawyer.
Yeah,
They win.
That's the name. So anyway, they went to the judge, okay? And the judge basically kicked it out and said, look, I don't have the jurisdiction to do this right now. You have to go through the proper, I guess, chain here and take it back to the Board of Education. They have to make a ruling. Then it goes to an appellate or something. But Len's got news that happened right before we came on. Len, so Newark is the team waiting to play Camden or Squan in the championship game, correct?
Yeah, it's one of the schools in Newark. Newark Arts School is the team that, because basically there's a tournament of champions right now, and basically it's the group finals. So basically South Jersey Group 2 played Central Jersey Group 2, being South Jersey champ was Camden, Central Jersey champ was Manasquan, and they played a winner of North Jersey 1, which I'm not sure who that was, and North Jersey 2, which might have been the Newark Arts. So it's like 1 and 2 in North Jersey, and then South Jersey, Central Jersey, and then the winners play each other for the overall group champion. Okay. So yeah, right now that's the overall Group 2 state final is going to be, now it's Camden versus Newark School of Arts.
But what did Newark came out, the Board of Education, a few minutes ago, right?
Yeah, they released a statement that they're willing to wait and let the process take care of itself. And if it has to go to courts, they're fine with waiting so the right team can get in there. And they also put a little thing in there. It seems like that, that it should be Manasquan based on, what happened. And they also stated that, the adults have the ability now to right a wrong that was done and to show the kids that, if we did something wrong and we can fix it and we will. So that's kind of was their statement by their superintendent. So that's kind of going out there a little bit, in my opinion, for that guy. But, a lot of us feel like, as a coach, I kind of feel the same way of, like there's a wrong thing that happened here. And, if there was 5 seconds after this left in the game or 10 seconds left, you kind of can't fix things like that. But being that it was the last play of the game, it's kind of like there's nothing else after it,
So that's why. So I reached out to you because we went to high school together, and it's got to be, other than a few Facebook posts back and forth, it's got to be at least a couple of decades since we've actually spoken face to face, or right. And I appreciate you coming on, but I thought, all right, who do I? Because I know a basketball coach down here in Florida, but I wanted Jersey because I didn't, Jersey's got a bad rep. You guys were in cahoots. Maybe there was betting on the game. Who knows what the hell happened? But I said,
there's some good basketball in the state of Jersey too.
There's good basketball all over the place. Believe it or not, I'm a huge basketball guy, man. I love watching it. I love following it, and I just have a gift when it comes to picking it. But that's a topic for another day. So I figured, all right, let me call Len, because I know you just retired. You took over the Green Dragons. You didn't take over right from Coach Wolf, did you?
No, I took over a few years after Coach Wolf retired.
All right, and then stop me if I'm embellishing in any way, shape, or form, but I mean, Brick's football program would kind of be like the Cowboys or the Patriots of New Jersey.
Yeah. For many years, I mean, when Coach Wolf ran it, I mean, he had when he retired, he was a state leader in wins. Beat his mentor, Coach Corviello, from Memorial High School in West New York. So, I mean, Coach Wolf from 1958 until he retired in 2008, had an unbelievable record, did a great job, won multiple state championships. We won 5 in the 80s. We capped it off our senior year when we graduated. But Coach Wolf was just a legendary coach in the state. And, I was fortunate enough to have coached for him, played for him. And it was an honor. And I took it over in 2015 to be able to coach the team for the 9 years that I did, along with coaching, and being assistant coach for the other, 16 years that I was assistant coach. So it was an honor, and it's something that I really, I saw it as a big responsibility every day. And you always got to look at, when you're in a position like that, you think it's a special place because of the history and the tradition, and it is a special place.
And you were no slouch because right out of the gate, you got to 2, I guess, group finals, correct? And Burke was, you guys, I read that you shared a championship with Jackson and somebody else.
That was in our first year. We were I think it was a 3-way tie in our division for the championship in my first year, and then the second year we went to the state finals, and we lost at Rutgers in a state finals with a very young team. And then the next year we lost in the second round of the playoffs, and then the year after that we went back to the state finals with a very good experienced team, and we lost to Long Branch by a touchdown in the Group 4 championship. And then we went to the playoffs. I think 2 other times since that day. And for me, big thing, COVID kind of really, hurt us a little bit. We're kind of a blue collar team. We got to work hard to get what we get. And with COVID, hurt us a little bit as far as hurt our numbers and hurt our workouts. And it just put a lot of stress on me, trying to get everything back to where it was. And the last couple of years, last year especially, was I had a great group of kids. I enjoyed them tremendously. And for some reason, halfway through the year, I was kind of like, man, this is my last year. I just feel weird. I feel like I didn't want to be there anymore, and I didn't want to. I had other things I'd rather do, so I kind of had to hang it up. And I don't look back now. I'm happy I made my decision because having the respect I have for the program, I couldn't do it half-assed, and I couldn't do it. If I couldn't do 100%, I had to pass it on because I could always see Coach Wolf looking down on me, and just like giving me one of those nods, like you're not doing it right, and I didn't want to be that guy, and so I just passed it on to somebody who would love it as much as I did.
I read some of your quotes, and I read that you said you found yourself looking at your watch, like when practice, when am I going to get the hell out of here? And you knew, and that's. I would love to interview you another time, have you on the show, and talk all about because we do a lot with the college sports.
Right.
We're really tied in with FAU now in a huge way.
Yep.
And Len, I'm not going to lie to you. I never watched a full college football game ever until I was a sideline reporter this past August at FAU.
Really?
I swear. And now I'm at FAU baseball, FAU basketball. We got guys going to combine and going to AAC champions. So anyway, I would love to talk to you about coaching because it's fascinating. And I feel like I'm part of the FAU team. And I I meet these kids, I bring them on the show, we interview them. Now we got this kid going in the draft and he's going to go to the NFL. And but the whole process. So I'd love to bring you on for that. But what I wanted to ask you was put yourself in Camden shoes as the head coach and then put yourself in Manasquan shoes. If this happened to you, if you were Camden at this point, what would you do? Would you just lay low and keep your mouth shut?
You know what? I couldn't do that. I look at I like the game, and for me and people that know me, they know sometimes I've had a lot of issues with officiating, and I hate saying it, but I just feel like it's not up to par. That's why I'm going to leave it at that around here, and it's one of the reasons why I'm glad I'm not doing it anymore because of some of the stuff that goes on. But for me to look at that, I've had games where I've been. We've lost games because of poor officiating, and I've had a game that I've won due to poor officiating in my favor, and it didn't sit right with me. It was a lot of calls in the game, and I'm kind of like, what is going on here? I see their coach going nuts, and I'm like, this is like, it was kind of like a makeup for them doing a bad job on one of my other games, and it just never sat right with me. I said something after the game to the official, dude, that's not the right way to do it, man. I don't want to win that way. It's just not me. And so I guess what I'm leading to is if I'm the coach of Camden and I'm dealing with this situation, I know I can't put myself in his shoes, but I've been to the highest level in sports in Jersey, and I just know that me and my team and the kids that I coach and the way I coach them and the way my staffs are, I don't think we could live with ourselves if we took a win like that. It'd be something that eats at me for the rest of my life. I mean, that's why you play this. We've been favored in games that we've lost, and it eats at you. And this is basically what would happen with Camden. They were favored. They were one of the best teams in the country, and this night they weren't. This night, Manasquan. I mean, again, they outplayed Manasquan in that fourth quarter, and Manasquan had one great play at the end of the game, and they clearly got the ball off. If you see the officiating, the trail referee mark the basket is good, and then there's a whole thing where the NJIAA official comes in and the officials come in, the coaches are screaming, and all of a sudden they wave it off. It just doesn't sound right. And for me, I'm telling you, I would call up the coach from Manasquan and say, listen, I apologize for what happened. This is not the right thing, and I would welcome you to take our position, playing in the next round because we don't deserve it. You deserve that victory. And that's exactly how I would handle it. Maybe I would have been fired right after that, or maybe, who knows what would have happened, but I would have definitely explained it to my team. And in my opinion, I think the team would be stronger. I mean, again, these are seniors. This is their last game for these kids right now. I mean, this is the last time some of these kids might ever play the sport again. But I think it's a life lesson to know you did the right thing. And I think if you're a team from Camden and your team does this and you guys come out saying we didn't deserve this, just think about what they would be celebrated as across the country. In the sports crazed world, you see a team that gave it up for the right reason, to give it to the team that really rightfully won it, rather than going through all this court stuff. I think that team would be praised more than any other team that ever won a state championship.
They'd probably be on every news show and every late night show and everything all over the place. Now flip this script for a minute. You're Manasquan's coach. How bananas are you going?
Listen, I've been in Manasquan coach's shoes a lot more times. I'll tell you that much. In losing games due to poor officiating. For me this year, I was thrown out of a game this year. My last year because of poor officiating, and I lost it because basically with football, one thing that's a little different is when you got poor officiating that results in cheap shots and guys getting knocked out because of it. It becomes a health issue, and it becomes. As a coach, for me, I look at it, I'm responsible. These parents entrust me with these kids and to keep them safe. And on that field, it's my job to keep them safe. They're up there just to watch the kids and celebrate them. It's my job to keep them safe. And if I see things that are being done against them being safe and outside of the rules of the game, I'm going to let somebody know about it. And I did. And I lost my cool, rightfully lost my cool, was thrown out, really thrown out of the game for the wrong reason. I don't want to get into all that, but I just see that I take it personal. Like those kids getting hurt and one of the kids getting knocked out going on the bench, I take those kids as my kids. Those kids are my kids. Something happens to them, I want to run to help, and especially if it's done in a cheap shot way. And that's just the way I am. But if this happened to me in a game, last second play, and I was on the losing end of it. Again, you have to take the high road as the coach in the situation. You got to talk to your team about a life lesson. Now, this is something that, guys, I can't explain this right now, what happened to us. And there's no reason why this should have happened to us. You can't bring God into it because God has more things to worry about than a high school basketball game or a high school football game. But we got to bring in a life lesson that we're going to be learned and something we can pass on to our kids, that we were part of this game. We did it. We know we were the better team. The state of New Jersey, the country knows we're the better team. But something went wrong, and we didn't make it there, and we're going to be stronger for that. And that's how I would sell it to my kids. And it'd be tough because, I've had to say those speeches like that in a way, but not to that extent of basically really winning the game and having it taken from you because they celebrated the win. I mean, they were running around for 15, 20 seconds celebrating the win, and then all of a sudden it was taken away for whatever reason. So that's going to definitely be harder. And but I think I would be able to talk to my team, and I think I would again your team, you've been with them for a while, you can control what happens with the kids, and I think any team that coached by me, I don't think the kids would take anything into their own hands and lash out or do anything stupid because I just know the way the kids know the way how I would react and how how, that's not acceptable as part of our program. So I think I could have handled it either way, and I'm just, I just feel bad for those guys right now.
Yeah, you and me both. And I can, Len, do me a favor. Would you come back one night? I'll reach out to you and let's talk about your coaching career. And it just,
sure, I'd love to.
To
Yeah.
me, I'm out of brick for a long time.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of guys doing the same stuff they were doing when I left brick a long time ago. So when I get to see, people like you, and I follow you from afar, and I admire you for what I don't want to sound corny, but I admire what you became because, Coach Wolf was bigger than God, whether you played football or not.
Yeah, definitely.
And then, you became, one of his successors. And
I know. It's one of those things you sometimes you're in awe of it, but it's work, man. I'll tell you that much. It's again, you don't do it for the money. We always joke the money is just to keep my wife happy while I'm away coaching. Now here's Christmas. Do with it what you must, and you can't do the job unless you have an understanding wife or unless you're divorced or single. It just can't be done.
Exactly.
Because it's just way too much time. Way too much time dealing with everybody else's kids. A lot more than your own. So it's it really gave me just so much gratitude and so many great memories.
All right, look, man, so many things are popping in my head that I could say to you that will just lead us down another 10 minutes and 15 minutes. I'm going to reach out to you at some point soon.
Yeah,
and schedule a night with you, if that's cool. All right?
Yeah, we'll have a good time, man.
I appreciate you coming on, man, very much. Thank you, Len Zdanowicz, the great retired, not totally retired, but retired from coaching of the Brick Dragon. So thanks so much, Len. Appreciate it.
You got it.
All right?
Man.
We're going to have a big applause. All right, cool. Let's all right, Jeff. Let's regroup, man, because that was a lot. And I could sit there and talk to as much as we spent with JU the other night, and I loved having JU on. That was just like a bunch of guys playing grab ass for 2 hours. With Len, I feel like we could actually accomplish something and make a difference to people that are listening.
Yeah,
right.
I know. I was curious if like that ever happened, and like to me, it's a waste of time. Like, we talk about court, time consuming going to court is like that would just upset me. Right
who would know about that is JU. Joe would know how time consuming going to court is, and he would admit it firsthand. He absolutely positively would. So
there you go. See, it would come full circle.
All right. So I scheduled Christian tonight because Christian is doing amazing things. We all know Robbie LaStella. Robbie LaStella, we he joined the team with Bleacher Brothers, and we're like, oh my goodness, this kid has got it. And then he brings in Toby, and then he brings in Dak, and then he brings in Christian. And it's just amazing. So, I'm not going to totally just go off on praising you here right now, Christian, because I don't want to give you such a big head. I mean, Robbie's very upset with me tonight because I didn't book him a room at the Hyatt for the trip to the AAC Championship last week. You're okay with sleeping on the sidewalk, and I admire that at this point. But let's go straight to the combine first, all right? And then we'll get into you because there was something the first day I spoke to you on the phone. I don't normally say, where did you go to high school, kid? But something led me to ask you where you went to high school, and you made me feel so much better about the $30,000 a year I'm shelling out right now from my fifth grader, because if she turns out half as good as you turned out, that'd be pretty freaking cool. So let's start with the combine, all right? How the hell did you get a credential to the combine? Because, someone told me recently, you would never get an NFL credential if, and I'm like, well, we were at the Super Bowl twice already on Radio Row, but I get it. I understand. You got this thing all on your own work. You didn't have to know anybody. You didn't have a connection. How did you end up? This is your second year at the combine, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Is my mic on?
You're on, bro.
Okay,
we can hear you.
Sure.
You're good.
Yes.
I know what I'm doing here. It might seem a little goofy, but I know what I'm doing. I get,
Hold on, let me crank this wheel. All right, we're back.
I got a little butterflies there for a minute. I had the head coach of like the Dallas Cowboys of New Jersey on. So, it makes me a little nervous. And then I'm dealing with regular guys like you guys.
Yeah,
so.
I'm a scrub.
No, not at all, bro. Not in the least bit. But
listen, I'm the wish.com Morgan Wallen according to Twitter. But
oh my God.
Yeah, no. Last year I applied for credentials for the combine. It was total just out of left field. I I found out how to do it. And it was funny. I got it in the day before credential applications closed. Heard back a couple weeks later, and it was, oh my God, I'm going to the combine. Last year, incredible opportunity being able to go out and shoot. It was a great networking opportunity. Got to talk to.
What was your body of work at that point when you applied to the combine? Because you had to have some sort of resume. Because like you were asking me this week about
that was my first professional event I've done. Like I was doing.
Then God intervened here is
yes,
what happened. Okay.
God is very good. He intervened.
Okay.
Before that, I was high school sports and FAU. And then it was, I threw my hat in the ring and they picked it up and then I was there. And then from there, I was able to go to the Final Four with FAU basketball, was able to do some MLB work, was able to shoot a Mayweather fight. Just everything.
Beautiful.
Everything the past year and a half has been just amazing opportunities.
Dude, the dude is legitimately part of the money team. Did you have to carry Floyd's bags of cash around, like his Louis
wish.
Vuittons and stuff?
Well, listen, those bags of cash would have magically disappeared if I was carrying them.
No kidding.
Tom was a little broke.
No kidding.
But, yeah, no, it's just amazing opportunities being able to network with, like I said, reporters, photographers, videographers, athletes, coaches, scouts, and just talk to anybody that's willing to listen to me.
But your work is phenomenal on
Appreciate
camera.
it.
The pictures, and Jeff, I promise I will let you. I'm sorry, Len got me, but I'll let you jump in. Your work is phenomenal. I learned that you never even really knew how to take a picture until a few years ago.
Until
correct?
COVID.
Okay.
I started photography as a COVID hobby. Just was cleaning out my house because my mom was like, all right, if we're going to be stuck in a house for 6 months, it might as well be nice. So as we're cleaning out one of the closets, I found my dad's old camera, and I'm like, can I just go around and start shooting? He's like, okay, yeah, sure. And then it turned into something complete life diversion. Originally, I wanted to be a sports med major and become a athletic trainer. And then over the next couple of years, I'm like, doing 4 years of extra school sucks. Like, I do not want to do med school. I don't want to do high school. So I'm like, let me just start running around taking pictures and let's try to make this a career. And just everything has just been an amazing journey for the past couple of years. Like you said, God's intervened in my life in many different ways, and he has a plan for all of us, and I'm truly blessed to be where I am.
That's crazy cool because, like we apply because, we lucked out. We knew the right people to get the NFL credentials that we got.
I knew nobody.
I know, because we've applied. I applied for something for you last week, and they came back and they said, well, you guys don't follow us. You don't write about us. So start writing about us and then call us back and we'll give you a credential. But you reached out to the NFL with basically no, like, here's my work, and they gave you the credential. That's crazy cool. So what's it like last year? You walk into the combine.
I walked into the combine last year. All of the media availability for the player press conferences and where you pick up your credential originally is all in the Indianapolis Convention Center. I Uber over to the convention center, and as I'm walking through, I see this just huge framed out dude walking through. And all the dudes
you saw me that day. I didn't know you were there, bro. Okay.
Yeah. And everybody's wearing their combine merch and stuff like that, where it has your position and your number. And so this dude daps me up. Is like, "What's up, big man? How's it going?" Like later, I look at the roster to see who was I just talking to. It was Will Anderson from Alabama. That's now on the Texans. Won Defensive Rookie of the Year.
That's Jeff. That's play action,
Yeah,
Jeff.
I'm like,
it's his favorite team.
Yeah. And here's the thing, like you said about college football, I'm great when they have pads and a helmet on. I don't know what you look like without a helmet on. Majority,
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Like, unless you are one of the 1% of just best athletes in the world, I do not know what you look like without pads, a helmet, or whatever on.
Now,
so.
do you agree with us that Chef Tom should wear a helmet all the time? Because you know what he looks like without the helmet on, so he'd probably be better with the helmet on, right, Jeff?
Well, right?
Well, I mean, I definitely need to because it might make, like, the pads might make my shoulders look a little bigger.
But you were a swimmer in high school, and
Yes,
you were a
sir.
really good swimmer.
I won't agree, and I won't.
Someone
disagree
told
with
me
that
that you're like one of the most decorated swimmers at TK at the King's Academy in West Palm Beach. Which the King's Academy in West Palm Beach, if you're not familiar with it, just do a little search on it. I said this to I think I said it to Robbie, and I might have heard him a little bit, but I said
Because
you know,
Robbie's from St. John Paul.
well, no. To me, Kings rivals FAU as far as facilities.
Yes.
And I mean,
Kings is constantly updating facilities, whether it's not even athletics. Kings has a country and possibly world renowned, I'm not too familiar with it, theater program where they're doing amazing work in the theater department. They're doing amazing work in the music department. Academically, they're an amazing school. Somehow I was able to get through. And then
again, God intervened.
Yep, God definitely did.
Once again.
Second semester senior year got a little rough. Anybody could call up one of my parents or a former teacher, and anybody can confirm that. But yeah, and then athletics, they're constantly updating facilities. Best weight room in the state of Florida, high school sports, outside of like IMG. But like Kings facilities, honestly speaking, rival or like easily blow out of the water Chaminade Madonna in Fort Lauderdale. Like not throwing shade or anything to a perennial state champion and like nationally ranked program. But Kings has like some of the best facilities I've ever seen, easily in Palm Beach County.
Keep going, because if Kings is watching this, I can
listen,
barter
my
this
alumni.
out and say, you like that commercial we gave you? All right, and let's talk about the tuition here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
And your sister is still at Kings, correct?
no,
And
sir. She graduated class of 23. She is at Palm
Okay.
Beach State.
was she a swimmer also? Because I
She
put
was a
two and two
swimmer.
together when we were followed by a swim fan. And then I looked at her
Yes.
last name and I said, "Oh, okay, this
Yes.
must be a
My mom is the women's varsity head coach at Kings Academy.
for what for swimming."
Yes,
Okay.
and she's one of the best coaches. Not being biased or anything. Her and my
His mom must be listening. He's got to say that. You know?
yeah,
Oh, well.
gun to my head, and with the chance of I might have to move out if I don't. But no, my mom is an amazing
man.
coach. Past couple years, the girls team has really had success, where like state runner-up team, relay, state champion, all this stuff, and it's like yes, the past couple years have been great, but nobody's seen the behind the scenes for the 12 years I was a swimmer, and then the 15 to 20 years before I was born, where she was coaching. Like this is decades in the making, and Kings has done right by my family. They took a chance on my family, and I'm truly blessed for every moment I spent on that campus.
It's an amazing place, Jeff, and I'm not taking any credit for it. I have
Going
nothing
back
to do with that.
school, that's all there is to it. I'm going back to school.
That's what I want. I want to be like Billy Madison. I want to go back to kindergarten. Does Miss Lippy teach at Kings? I don't know.
Unfortunately, no.
No, all right,
Oh,
and
boy.
go through all the way. I don't want to do Rodney and go back to school. I want to be Billy Madison and go to kindergarten.
Well, the third grade teacher wasn't bad, you know. Like, want to touch the high knee? So
I went
Back
to a
school.
parent meeting the other night.
here we go.
It was in a courtroom. It
Yes.
literally, they have a courtroom. So they have, my kid next year goes into 6th grade and she can start taking pre-law.
That's great. Man.
Have you seen the digital arts facility? They have
Possibly. It
in
doesn't ring
one
a
of the
bell.
classes. They have a giant LED green screen wall.
I've seen it
Kings-
only on
Yes.
Kings
Kings has made full-length feature movies.
Accredited actor right here, buddy, in the Flamingo Heist.
Accredited actor as well. I was an extra, but I helped like with the production of the movie.
Which one? Flamingo?
No, the Fountain of Youth. is
Okay, I didn't see that one.
It was the first one.
Okay.
I spent the entire summer leading into my senior year on a movie set, really sitting out in the jungles of Jupiter, Florida,
Wow,
and just
that's
sweating my
work.
ass off. But
Hey, you go to Jupiter, Florida in the summertime, Jeff. It's 149 degrees, and
But it's beautiful.
mosquitoes bigger than Stephen Luker.
Oh, that's
Seriously.
sad.
but listen, Jupiter, Florida is the nicest city in the state. I love Jupiter.
Look, I got good news and bad news for you. All right. The good news is we love you. All right. And great job to Kings and great job to your parents. Okay. Not that I'm any sort of expert on that, but you're an impressive dude.
I appreciate it.
You're a hustler. We are irrelevant in the grand scheme of your life, but we're blessed right now to have you part of this, and
That's right.
we're gonna do everything that we possibly can so that you and Robbie and Toby and Luker and everybody, you guys don't. ESPN comes and you say, what am I going to go backwards for?
Yeah.
That's what we're working toward. The bad news is you ain't getting out of here at 9. All right,
That's
because
all right.
we're not even remotely close. We gotta let Jeff do some talking. We got to go to Stephen Luker. He does
You gotta get
updates.
the update, yo.
Nick the Flick is going to call in.
Yes.
I knew when I found about Manasquan and I reached out to Lenny, I knew it was going to be tight tonight. So I asked Nick, I said, do you want to call in? Because if you went back on timelines, if anybody's got the time to go to every single major sporting publication that's out there and look at their Twitter or look at when they put news articles out, we were probably number 2 or 3 in the world. Jake Paul being number 1 to put this out, the fight this morning. And me and this thanks to Steven, because I had to wake Steven up for his interview this morning. That's the only reason we were on this so quick. So Nick's going to call in. We're going to talk just real quick. And I got a clip that Jake Paul put out about this fight. But let's do this. Let's go to the top fan rivalry sports desk real quick. So we're going to come back to you in a minute or two, Christian.
Let's do it.
All right. And we're going to go over to Stephen Luker, who did his interview this morning. His interview was fantastic. It will be, we're going to say that it's going to drop before Monday. It's going to get post-production tomorrow. And maybe sometime this weekend, or maybe he'll want to wait to premiere it on Monday. We'll see. But he did a great job with the coach. He was fantastic. And now, Steven, back to your night job, okay? Or your day job, or whatever this is. What is going on right now, Steven, in the world of sports?
All right, we have the Timberwolves up 66-62 against the Pacers in the third quarter, 7:35 left to go.
66-62?
Yep, 66-62.
Okay.
The Pistons are up 78-75 in the third quarter, 2:20 left to go.
Against who?
The Brooklyn Nets.
Oh, did you hear that breaking news?
Mm.
Ben Simmons out for the year. What were the odds of that happening? Go ahead, Steven. You keep going.
Halftime in Dallas, the Heat are up 58-54 against the Mavericks right now. In our hockey action, we have a handful of games tonight. Right now, at the end of the second period, the Columbus Blue Jackets are up 3-1 against the Edmonton Oilers. The Calgary Flames are up 4-2 against the Tampa Bay Lightning in the second period, 4:25 left to go. The Boston Bruins are up 2-1 against the Toronto Maple Leafs, and in the second period, 11:59 left to go. In the second period in Carolina, the Hurricane and Montreal Canadiens are tied 1 apiece. And Pittsburgh, the Penguins are losing to the Capitals 4-0 in the second period, 4:10 left to go. And Nashville, the Predators and Sabres are tied 1 apiece with 5 minutes and 4 seconds left in the first period.
This is more than a handful, Steven, but go ahead, keep going.
Few games.
But
Well,
we have some college basketball action right now. We're going to check and see. Wisconsin's up 68-57 against Rutgers right now in the second half. And on this day in history, we are going to look at 1980. Let me get it. I have it written. I just need to go back and look.
1987.
1987, Mr.
What are the odds that we have Mike Tyson history today?
Yeah, we have some Mike Tyson history beating.
Because that's how we do things here. We
Yes.
make it happen. We create history.
Yes, we have Mike Tyson beats James Bone Crusher Smith in a 12 for WBA.
12 rounds.
12 rounds.
Decision.
Decision for the WBA heavyweight boxing title. And that is your sports update.
Imagine that. 2 guys, Iron Mike and Bone Crusher Smith, fought to a decision. Nobody got their bones crushed. They're smashed. Jeff, let's blow these commercials out. We'll come right back with more with Christian and the Bleacher Brothers show. We had so much more to come. Jeff, we need to start doing like 4 hours a night here pretty soon.
We're going to have to get on that.
We are.
TBSN coming back.
We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Bleacher Brothers on the Tony Bruno Sports Network.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Hello, boys
Yeah,
and
that's not
girls.
gonna happen.
It's me, Cifrito
Now,
Bandido.
back to the Bleacher Brothers on the Tony Bruno Sports Network.
I was scrambling. I blew through those commercials so fast I didn't have a song queued up.
You did.
So I just pushed a button. And all right, hey, so before we come back to you, Christian, all right, we're going to go to the phones real quick here, okay? Bleacher Brothers, you're on the air.
Hey, what's going on, baby? It's your boy, Nick the Flick, checking in with you.
Whoa, Nick the Flick. What a surprise. We had no idea. Were you listening?
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
Dude, we were on this early this morning, weren't we?
Right. Yeah.
This Mike Tyson thing?
Oh,
yeah, this Mike Tyson thing, but hey, ain't it cool? Didn't I tell you this guy is a smart kid. Win or lose, he wins.
Yes.
Jake Paul.
I was just making that point.
Win
today.
or lose, he wins.
Yep.
This is going to be like it's going to be ridiculous, the money they're going to make. And they're doing it at AT&T Stadium where the Cowboys play, so you know they're going to pack that place in.
Oh, boy.
Nick.
The kid's he's a marketing genius, this kid.
Nick, we talked about how Canelo was screwing the sport up the other night. Is Jake Paul going to save the sport of boxing by fighting Mike Tyson?
He might. I mean, he's bringing in. Hey, man, like we've been following it for a while, and you see my opinion is changing more and more every time. But yeah, the kid's a marketing genius, dude. Win or lose, he wins. It doesn't matter.
I
don't think he's gonna win. If Mike goes in there and really does his thing, even though he's 57 years old or whatever it is, he should. Jake Paul shouldn't be able to deal with that. Can't even deal with it.
We got plenty of time to go over that. I mean, it's going to be a game of patty cakes like it was against Roy Jones Jr., probably, I would imagine. But
they exchanged. They did some good exchanges, though, him and Roy.
Yeah, no, they did. And that wasn't a draw. Mike Tyson actually won that fight, but they made it a draw because it was an exhibition. But here's the thing. No one other than us a couple of nights ago was talking about boxing this week other than us. And now,
no doubt,
the whole world is talking about Mike Tyson coming back.
Ain't that awesome, though?
Yeah.
Ain't that awesome? It'd be good. It'd be good. Hopefully, the Bleacher Brothers can get some access, and we get there. You know what I mean? And give everybody a taste of what's going on inside and outside.
Well, hey, didn't you open up Cowboy Stadium for Bleacher Brothers?
Sure did. They played the Giants.
Yeah.
Ain't that something?
First game.
I haven't been there since.
Yeah. Well, you're going back. I mean, this is credentialed or non-credentialed.
Jerry's World.
We're going.
We gotta go see that.
And for anybody that wants
to see that, gotta start booking it now. July 20th. Be there, be square. July 20th.
All right. Well, we can handle the booking, Nick.
Jake Paul.
Nick, we can handle the booking. You go to bleacherbrothers.com. And you click on the Expedia link because Expedia is a friend of ours. And you book your ticket and you book your hotel. And then if you can't get tickets through Ticketmaster, click on the StubHub link because StubHub is a friend of ours. And get your tickets. You get a special Bleacher Brother discount, okay? And then if you want early action, BetMGM now. BetMGM. But if you have a gambling problem, don't do this, all right? You got to be 21 years or older. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. If you don't have a gambling problem, go to Bleacher Brothers. Click on the link at the bottom. If you bet $5 on Mike Tyson.
If you do have a problem.
Yeah, either way, go. If you bet $5 on the fight, they will give you $150 worth of free bets.
Exactly.
How do you go wrong? Who wins?
Solved, yo.
You win the fight, Jeff. Mike Tyson and Jake Paul could draw. You win because you get an extra $150 in bets. Flick,
there it is.
Flick, you're going to come in next week and we're going to talk some boxing, right? We're going to start breaking this thing down?
Absolutely.
All right, cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're going to Tampa
to
the Yankees, right? This weekend?
Yeah, going to Tampa, and going to Dalian.
Danian for what, anyway, Blue Jays?
I'm going to Danian tomorrow and going to see the Blue Jays and the Yanks. And then on Sunday, I'm going to where George Steinbrenner Field over in Tampa, and I'll be seeing them play the Braves.
Yeah, that Neon Stadium is pretty cool. We went there. I went there last year with the drunken dad. It was pretty sharp.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, All right, man. Well,
All right.
enjoy
Well,
your trip.
I'm gonna go check it out. Yeah, I'm gonna go check it out. I'll send some footage here and there, whatever I can, whatever I can dibble dabble and grab, I'll do it.
Who's the greatest
And,
Blue Jay?
you know.
Who's the greatest Yankee? I can see him
Yeah,
now
who's
coming
the
in.
greatest Blue Jay? We're gonna we'll give a stadium look and everything, and people or whatever. So we'll put
Awesome.
something together.
Yo, Nick.
Coming at you, Bleacher Brothers, baby.
Nick, hold on. Jeff's got a question for you. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey, how you
What
doing,
up,
Nick?
Jeff?
What up, my man?
I'm good, bro. How you doing?
Doing real good. Good to hear from you. I want to know if I'm the regular guy
Yeah.
on the street, how much am I going to pay for this Tyson fight?
It's on
Oh,
Netflix.
dude.
I know it's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
Charge. Come on. It's that. What are you
Yeah,
kidding me?
I
It's
would-
not going to be free.
No, you got to pay
No,
for
no,
Netflix.
definitely
Well,
not. Definitely not. It's Netflix ain't free now.
Well, I mean, it's not free, but I have it. You know what I'm saying. I thought there's a catch.
Yeah, but I'm saying they've changed Netflix. Now you have to buy a subscription, or if you had the regular basic service, you get commercials.
Right.
It hasn't changed for you?
No, Amazon shows commercials. Netflix don't have no commercials yet. I don't
have
think.
commercials on Netflix.
No, we got commercials on our Netflix.
You got
Oh,
commercials
no.
on Netflix?
It's coming
Not on
for me
Netflix.
eventually.
I got it
Yeah,
on
dude,
Hulu.
because we got the basic plan.
Oh man.
Well, my wife does that one, so she probably.
They just said, "Oh man,
She's the one in charge of that one, so she must have
oh
that.
man."
All right, Nick, man. Have a safe trip over there. Have fun.
Yeah,
And,
man. I'll tune in. I'll tune in and send you stuff, man.
Sounds good, man. Nick the Flick, everybody.
All right,
Our boxing.
Hey, we out, man. Yo, hey, don't forget this weekend too, man. You got Friday night. You got Joshua going against Francis Ngannou for tomorrow in Saudi Arabia, and on Saturday you got 299 UFC 299 in the backyard right here, baby, in Miami Beach, man.
And you'll be in Tampa.
Hey, man, action packed. Yeah, you got fights going on. You got all kinds of fighting news going on. So yo, make sure you get on Bleacher Brothers, baby, and make sure you listen to them, cause yo, got a bunch of guys that don't know nothing about nothing.
Exactly.
I'll talk to you guys later, bro.
Adios.
All right, man.
Nick the Flick.
He's so true.
He's shot out of a cannon even when he's not shot out of a cannon. The poor Blue Jay fans tomorrow.
I'm like, the Blue Jay fans are like, huh? They're like, somebody might say the wrong answer, say like Dave Winfield or something, and be like, oh.
It's got to be Joe Carter. It's got to be the greatest Blue Jay, I would imagine, right?
Of course.
Oh. All right, so Christian, you got winners and losers from the combine?
I got a group of winners.
All right, no losers, just winners. Okay,
So
we're keeping it positive.
Positive vibes only today.
All right, what do you got?
All right, my first winner from the combine was Jarvis Brownlee, defensive back from Louisville. So this dude, he only did the workouts. He didn't do a vertical, a broad, or a 40. But when he was on the field, he was showing some fast twitch and just explosive movement. Sorry.
Okay.
And he really just solidified himself as like a top DB in this draft. Last season, he had 30 total tackles, a pick, 1 fumble recovery, and 6 PBUs. Playing really out of the slot. Like he dominates the slot receivers. And and there was a reason why Louisville was at the ACC championship this year. My next guy is another Louisville card, Isaac Gerendo, a running back. He ran a 4.33, which was the fastest running back, third fastest all positions.
Okay.
He had a 41.5 vertical, 10.9 broad, and last season he had 810 yards and 11 touchdowns. This arguably is a very weak running back class. And Gerendo solidified himself as one of the better high-end running backs while being a day 2 pick.
Okay.
My next guys are actually teammates as well. A.D. Mitchell and Xavier Worthy, both of those guys are receivers from Texas. Worthy,
he had the best,
everybody knows Worthy now, 4.21, 40, new combine record, beat out John Ross.
Man.
Yeah, that's quick. Listen, we know AJ can go faster than that.
No, but you know what? If they would have invited J-Mo, I bet you J-Mo would have broken the record. So
Listen, I
I'm
know
just saying.
I know Robbie got a 4.1 in him, but yeah, he also had a 41-inch vert and a 10.11 broad, and pretty much as soon he ran a 4.25 on his first attempt, and I'm like, all right, he's done for the day. Then he gets back up, and I hear now running Xavier Worthy, and I'm like, why is this dude running again? He just ran the fastest 40, and then he just blows out the combine record, and Lucas Oil exploded off of that. Every fan in attendance immediately was like, oh my God, because originally he tied it, then they stopped everything and put on a simulcam where it has John Ross and Xavier Worthy's 40s on top of each other. And they zoomed in right at the end, like it was the first race in cars, zoomed in, and it had Xavier Worthy a step ahead. And it's boom, new combine record, place exploded.
How many people are in the stands at the combine, if you got to guess?
On quarterback, receiver, and running back day, the place was filled out. There was a lot of people because it was free. So people, and there were fans repping from everywhere. I saw a bunch of Colts fans because it was in Indy. Unfortunately, I saw some Cowboy fans.
You hear that, FAU, Boca Raton students? You guys don't even show up to a game that matters. You got Indy filling a stadium just to watch guys run around in circles. Get with it next season, all right? I'm not putting up with this, all right?
I'm not putting up with it either.
Yeah, we'll get Carrot Top. We'll get Pitbull. We'll get whatever it takes.
We'll
to
bring
get you
Kodak
there.
back. We'll bring Kodak back. Yeah, there was a bunch of Dolphin fans out there too. That's primarily my fan interactions. Was just talking to Dolphin fan about like what do we want, and yeah, no, place exploded. But everything else, you were lucky to have 300 people in there because it's. I'm not trying to be rude. Nobody cares about offensive lineman workouts.
Yeah.
No, nobody shows love to the big boys.
Well, that's
but
a
yeah,
question too for you.
What's
Christian.
up?
It's like if you talk to again the average people, if they're watching, they're only watching the 40-yard dash. They're only watching like the bench press or whatever they're doing. You know, it seems like the uneducated fans, some of the regular guys, they're just like, "What's this 40? What's this 40?" I'm like, "Who are you? Who are you like Al Davis over here?" Like
Yeah, and
like
scouts are the same way.
Yeah.
A lot of scouts were really watching the 40s because that's the new age of the NFL that we're in. You got Miami, who's got a 4x1 track team as their skills positions with Tyreek, Waddle, A-Chain. So there's a lot of projections that Worthy's going to be a Dolphin at the end of the draft, like late first-round pick. So, yeah, we'll really see how that happens. I personally think they should go a lineman. But, yeah, the whole NFL is really switching into straight line speed over, like, skill. And, like, a lot of scouts I was talking to were really talking about the 40s.
Wow, and you got a lot of really good footage, which it's in the wrong format, and I never reformatted it, so I couldn't, or else I'd be showing it right now. So it's my bad. What do you want me to do? I mean, Manasquan, the combine, softball interviews with Luker, waking him up this morning. I had a lot to do.
We're going all over.
Yeah, we are. We're everywhere. You got some interviews.
Yes, sir.
What was your best interview?
My favorite interview from the weekend was with Washington wide receiver Rome Odunze. On air, I mispronounced his last name. As soon as the interview ended, I realized and I apologized to him. So I made sure to say his name right. But yeah, no, he was.
That's not bad though. Nick the Flick in Vegas interviewed Dorian Thompson-Robinson and forgot his name during the interview.
So what did he call him?
He said,
DTR?
Sorry, man, I forgot your name. Yeah. What's your name again? Yeah, that's how Flick rolls, though, man.
Honest.
And Flick got away, and it was a great interview.
Yeah.
And DTR didn't blink an eye. They had fun.
But yeah, no, I got to interview Rome. He was a great dude. Just what I was doing is the people that were escorting the prospects around, I would just go up and be like, "Hey, can I get him for one question?" And just boom, quick interview. And then after, just chop it up a little and just like start a quick conversation. Just, hey, thank you for your time, da-da-da-da. And then for me, I'm a content creator first, so it's let me plug my Instagram with you. Like, yeah, go follow my Instagram at Christian Proscia Photography. Definitely not plugging right now. But But yeah, no, he was a great dude, real personable, really just excited to be there, and just we were talking, and yeah, no, he was just awesome dude, just real great guy to talk to.
Awesome, real cool. I'm gonna take the sponsorship money that you owe me now for plug-in out of your check this week.
I got you.
So
That's
we'll,
all right. Yeah, I saw what you did with the Expedia and all that. I caught on to that.
We're here to make a buck. We're not entertaining people all over the world. Where is Germany? Is Germany here yet? Let me look and see.
Germany.
I've been told that there's a lot of people on Twitter checking us out tonight. So
and Twitter was bumping when we were out in Indy. That was for sure.
Yeah, our Twitter was definitely bumping when you were out in Indy, but it's bumping constantly now.
I hear good things about Indy. You've been there a couple times or more, Christian. What do you think?
I liked it. I mean, I really didn't go out too much. Like I didn't really go exploring outside of like one of the days, just because it was get to the facility for interviews at like 7 a.m. Interviews start at 8, and then just when all those were done at like 11, if you were lucky, 11:30, pushing towards noon. Then I went upstairs to the media workroom, started editing all of my stuff, just getting content out. And then from there, just walked right over to Lucas Oil, was there until about 8:30. And then I'm like, all right, I'm Ubering back to the hotel, and I'm Uber Eats and some McDonald's in, and I'm going back to sleep.
No, but you weren't, though, because you and I were up at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. going back and forth because you dumped so much content on me. It took me forever to catch up.
I'm sorry.
And no, do it, man. That's what Chef Tom and Nick the Flick did at the Super Bowl. I said, go on and get a couple interviews. We only used half of them because there was just so much. So it was a fantastic job. Really good. We top of the hour. We got to do our station identification. We squeezed Looch. Totally. I'm going to blame it on JU. It was completely JU's fault that we squeezed Looch the other day. So we're gonna get Looch in. Oh, yeah. You're going to hang, right?
Yeah.
Where you got to go?
I got
you got to go home and go to bed?
I got another question.
No, I'll be up until 2.
Hold the question, Jeff, because it's going to hard. It's 30 seconds. So let me until it's going to hard out us here. Let's do the break. We'll come back, ask you a question. We'll bring in Looch. We'll get into some hockey. Do you follow hockey, Christian?
A little bit.
Okay. Well, you'll learn more tonight.
All right.
You're watching the Bleacher Brothers show on the Tony Bruno Sports Network. We will be back right after these words.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've been waiting, and now it's here. TBSN, the Tony Bruno Sports Network.
Make some noise!
The Tony Bruno Sports Network. Download the app. Tell your friends the game is on. TBSN.
Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know where I'm going, yeah. Oh yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. You really got me. Oh, you really got me. Oh, you really got me. Please don't ever let me be. I only wanna be by your side.
I want to be by Luch's side.
Please don't ever let me be. I only wanna be by your side.
I'm so sorry, Looch. I'm so discombobulated. That is not Luch's music. This is Luch's music.
Ooh.
Dude, I need theme music for my segments now.
Yeah, we'll work on it.
All right.
I
Gotta
gave
say.
him a bunch of music you can't use, he said.
Looch. On
What's
ice.
happening, guys?
There he is. What's up, buddy?
All kinds of trades going on today in the NHL. That's what's going on, man.
Because tomorrow at 3 p.m. is the trade deadline.
Yes, sir.
Come
Very
on,
good.
guys. You know you're impressed.
You got some new action?
know.
Or we got hockey action, yo?
Looch, what's going on?
Uh,
What happened today? I have not had a chance to look at all.
We got all kinds of stuff going on today. Adam Henrique from the Anaheim Ducks goes to the Edmonton Oilers. Makes that team a little bit better on that second line there
there's my futures going there.
with Leon Draisaitl and Evander Kane. He'll be on that second line.
That's just
where-
a great name to say, isn't it? Dreisaitl?
Yeah, I do
I mean-
like that name. Leon Draisaitl. There's a lot of good names in hockey, man.
That's right.
Yeah, like Shesty and Rempe.
Yeah, Shesterkin.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Igor.
Yeah.
Igor
Kucherov.
Shesterkin.
And Looch, we hear your sidekick. Your sidekick's there tonight. Why is your sidekick upset?
Oh, I don't know. Somebody's probably coming in the house.
Oh, she's not in the room with you, or she is?
No, she's not. She's not.
Oh, Looch is riding solo tonight. That ain't right,
Yeah,
bro.
we're gonna get your dog's take. Your next dog, if you ever have one, should be Connor, because that's everybody's name in hockey.
Yeah. Yeah, he's on my list to talk about. Connor, I'll go into that real quick. Connor McDavid, 100 points tonight. It's the seventh time.
What's
time.
What's
in
the
his
score?
career. Of what? The Edmonton game?
He's got 100 points tonight?
100, yeah, he just got 100 points tonight.
That's an over. That is an over, Jeff.
That would be pretty amazing, man.
Parlay hit.
Yes. Jeff, you were right when you said take the over, man.
The over all the time right now.
Luch, you got to be more specific, bro. You're going to confuse people. You know, the guy's got 100 points tonight. Everybody's running to their apps trying to cash out their money right now.
100 points for the season.
Oh, well, that's boring. You
Seventh
can't do
time
that.
seventh time in his career, man. Yeah. Connor McDavid. I don't know what the score is of the game, but
Now, Luca will give it to us
he
in a
scored
bit.
tonight. He scored tonight. So we got back to the trade action. We got Vladimir Tarasenko goes from the Ottawa Senators to the Florida Panthers.
That's a big one too.
Oh yeah, that's
Florida's
huge, man.
stacked up now too.
Florida.
Vamos Gatos.
That is
I'm telling you.
huge for Florida, man. Florida's going to be right there. Your boy, what's his name from? He's a big Florida Panther fan.
Who's a big Florida
Trevor
Panther
or
fan?
what?
Trevor? Trevor's not a big Florida Panthers fan.
The other guy with the betting site.
Oh, Ted Brooks.
Ted Brooks. Yeah.
Oh.
I know I know he was talking about the Florida Panthers at one time.
Well, they were his Kraken of last year. Last year was high in the Kraken. This year he's high in the Panthers. But the Panthers aren't coming out of nowhere like the Kraken did. The Panthers were in the finals last year.
Yeah. The Florida Panthers are going to be right there. They may even make it to the Stanley Cup this year. They're stacked.
What kind of Ranger fan are you, man?
They got a great team. I know.
Blasphemy, bro.
I'm hoping the
He's a
Rangers.
realist.
You better hope you don't run into Remke out in the streets somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
He
need
knows where
Rangers.
you live.
I need the Rangers to make one more trade this year. One
What
more
do you
trade before the picks tomorrow. Before the trade deadline tomorrow.
What do you need? Are you the
Hoping.
GM? What do you need?
We need a third line center.
Oh, okay.
She's back.
I see. We saw the acrobatics. She's Circus Olay back there, man.
Yeah.
Parkour.
She's joining me again. Yeah, so we got Sean Walker from the Flyers. He got traded to the Colorado Avalanche, another team that's right up there. They definitely made their team a lot better. By
So
getting
the
Sean
Flyers
Walker
checking out
defenseman.
for the season? Is that what's going on?
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Especially them and the
Possibly.
Devils.
Oh, the Devils are another one, yeah.
What about the Yotes? Are they making moves?
I think the Coyotes, did they make a move?
Sellers.
Yeah, they're probably going to be sellers, is right. I thought I
In
had
the
them.
cellar too.
Thought I had them on the list for.
I saw breaking news earlier that they traded the Penguin AZ to the Kraken for
Yeah.
a box of popcorn and a couple of Diet Cokes.
Yeah, and
It's not a good move.
no,
For either team, right?
look at her. She wants to sit on camera. The dog. Look at her.
That's all right, Luch. That's
Propped
what
up
we
perfect.
want.
How does she know that she's on camera right there?
And somebody else got the Joel Edmondson or whatever. I don't know who, but that would have been good for you.
Yeah.
He's a veteran though.
Vegas Golden Knights are making moves. They had one of their players go out with an injury, so he's done for the season. Mark Stone. So they're making some moves to better their team. The Vegas Golden Knights got Anthony Manther from Washington today. And they also got Noah Hannafin from the Calgary Flames.
Looch, do goalies ever change teams at the trade deadline?
Yeah, yep.
Do
Sure
they?
do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's happened.
I got 5. I'm going to go with the top 5 traded players that are on the list, the highest on the list. You got the Penguins' Jake Gensel, who's possibly going to go to Carolina. They're setting up to possibly bring in Jake Gensel. We'll probably know by tomorrow afternoon or early afternoon if Getzel's going to go to Carolina or not. You got the Ducks.
How serious is Carolina?
They're up
second
there.
place behind his team, behind the Rangers.
Yeah, they're up there. Yeah, Carolina's right in the mix.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. The Devils are in the midst of a trade. Tonight they have a game and they put Tyler Toffoli. They sat him out for the game for trade-related reasons, so he's on the chopping block. I didn't see Tyler Toffoli coming, but he's on a trading block. And you'd mentioned a goalie, and that's what they're looking for. Jacob Markstrom, possibly from Calgary Flames, who's a great goalie. So we'll look to see maybe if Tyler Toffoli goes to Calgary or they do a 3-team. A lot of these teams have been doing 3-team trades. They get 3 teams involved in a trade so they can.
Is there a cap? Is there a cap in hockey?
Yeah, there are. That's why they make these trades, these crazy trades
that.
sometimes. Yeah, they're
like
doing
players and money moving around.
Oh yeah,
got it.
And they get crazy with some of these, draft picks. They add draft picks to the mix, and they add, one player goes to another direction, and then in another direction, another player goes. One team will hold 50% of his contract. I don't know how they're doing all of it, but with the cap space, they try to get a little, try to get tricky with it.
So, Jeff, I'm going to take a guess that in the NHL, this is the perfect time to go to BleacherBrothers.com and click on the Better app or the Better, BETR. You click on that, the fantasy, which it's not really fantasy. It's all prop bets and whatnot.
Yeah, I like it.
Because you get all these players changing teams. They're going to show up in their new cities. They're going to want to immediately come out of the gate hard and show that, hey, you know what? Here I am. I'm going to take you over the top, get you to postseason. We're going to go far. We're going to win some series. We're going to get the cup. So you go to Better, and what they'll do on Better, if you go through Bleacher Brothers, because they're a friend of ours too. Everybody likes Bleacher Brothers.
They love us, baby.
Can you blame it? They will give you. You can make your first bet of $250, and if you lose, they'll give you the $250 right back.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like we said, if you have a gambling problem, you won't. If you do,
exactly, you won't.
Must be 21 or older. But this way, you don't have a problem. Those go away, and
because you get the money back. That was perfect, Jeff.
And also, what about the coaching? Like, if your coach comes, these guys get new coaches. Sometimes that swings the betting too.
Are the coaches getting traded?
I'm telling you, coaches are getting fired left and right. I don't know, and I was going to ask you, Looch, I don't think I've ever remember a coach getting traded like in the NFL. You ever remember that happening?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, who knows? It could happen, but
Devils just fired their coach. Yeah, Lindy Ruff.
After that bad loss, man, they look really bad.
What happened to Claude Lemieux? He's not there no more.
Yeah. No, he's hanging with Van Beesbrook.
And Jim Dowd, probably.
Jim Dowd, yeah. Yeah, I
know.
reached.
Yay!
I reached out to Jim again today, yesterday, and didn't hear back from him. So
Looch.
he might be an out unless I can get in touch with him. But I know he's got a lot going on.
Let's
so.
look at this for a minute, Looch. You guys are buddies, right? You speak often. You go back and you know when he's hiking through the woods, picking daisies and stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Len Zdanowicz since the day of graduation in 1990. I got him on the show tonight, man. Come on, Looch.
Yeah.
Do I need to have Lenny call Jim?
Yeah, right.
Next week, on the next
all right.
Looch on Ice, it'll be Jim Dowd, Len, not Lenny, Len, and J.U. And Looch won't. And Looch, but your dog has to come, Looch. The dog has to come. So, all right, Looch. I'm busting your chops, Looch.
You can lure everybody in. Just
I'm trying to make you laugh, Looch. I know what you did today, and I'm trying to put a smile on your face here. So, but what else is good in the NHL?
We got the Rangers. Rangers made a small trade. They got a third line guy, Alex Wemberg from Seattle Kraken. Speaking of the Kraken, it'll definitely help the Rangers. So we'll see if they make they got three guys. They got three guys that they're looking at right now, the Rangers, to make a trade. I'm hoping for this first guy, Frank Vetrano, from the Anaheim Ducks.
no, I know that one. Okay.
Yeah, Vetrano.
All right. They're sellers as well. So.
Oh yeah, yep. We got Pavel Buchnevich from St. Louis. He's on the trading block, possibly.
Ever since they won that cup, man, guys have been just splitting off that team.
Yep. And we got Jake Getzel could be. I don't see the Rangers getting Getzel. Jake Getzel. Like I said, he's probably going to Carolina at this point.
Yeah.
But
I'm
hoping for Vetrano.
Are you in touch enough to either confirm or deny a trade rumor that I heard about?
Possibly.
I believe his name is Pavel Bure or Burr, but he's looking to trade Candace Cameron for Hillary Duff. And Alyssa Milano is going to change teams somewhere in there too, I think.
Oh, brother.
You never know, man. You never know.
She's a rich beggar. Don't get me started on her.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I mean, did her and like Paul Abdul come together and get loco together? I don't know what happened. Anything's possible.
Yeah.
What
So that's.
What do you think? Like, that you're in the playoffs. Florida's in the playoffs. Anybody gonna sneak in there? Like maybe the Flyers.
You got Detroit Red Wings. They're right in there. They're going to be a good. They're going to be a good team. They got a great goalie.
Yes.
Alex Lyon. I like their goalie and Reimer. Who else? Avalanche. Avalanche bumped. The Avalanche are right there too.
Well,
I mean, they're not going to sneak in, but they're going to be in, basically.
The West is way better than anybody. We've talked about that before. So
right.
I don't even know who to tell you especially with that Oilers news that we just heard.
Right.
I mean, now I might put my futures. I put it on the Canucks just because of the line. It was a value. Literally $5. I think would have won me $80. I'm like, all right, I'll do it. But with that Oilers news, I'll throw that under. I'll throw that over there, and fade my picks right now. By the way, as of last night. But I want to go. If you're going to fade me, I'll take the Yotes tonight. I know I've been fading the Yotes, and normally I would, but they're coming back home, and it will go under against the Wild. So I'll just slip that one in, and then Vancouver versus the Golden Knights might actually be one of the best games you'll watch this year. That's a pick 'em though. But what do I always say? Pound the over. So
pound the over. Absolutely.
Yeah,
guys are scoring 100 points tonight. You got to pound the over.
Pound the over. So thanks for letting me slip that in, bro. So.
Is the NHL deadline always this busy? Because baseball deadline comes and you're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and then like an hour later, you got to watch MLB Network, and they tell you, okay, 2 guys that you never heard of got traded for 6 minor leaguers, and NHL seems to be like the Wild West here, man.
Yeah, they definitely hype it up too a lot. I mean, it started to get a little crazy yesterday. Started hearing a lot of news going on, and what I had going on, I was like on my phone, and my wife's yelling at me like, "Get off your phone, get off your phone." I'm like, "Listen, it's a trade deadline.
This is your job." You tell her, Lou. Tell her, this is my job now.
I'm like, this is like, and it's big news, especially the Rangers. They're right there. They're in the mix for getting in they're in the playoffs. So more than likely to be in the playoffs, but teams are either trying to better their teams or they're just trying to sell off and get draft picks for a rebuild. I guess it's like that in every sport, but
AJ, I told you early in February, I was like, hey, the trade deadline, and could have been somebody like premature, but I'm just some of the stuff, just like I talked about the other night, even last night, the Hart Trophy. Start looking at that. Start looking at some of the and just other NBA too. Start looking at some NBA futures. You might get some value.
Yeah. And where are you going to look? Go to BleacherBrothers.com.
Yes.
Click on right now. BetMGM is loving us. They're one of our good buddies. Bet $5 on any future, and they'll give you $150 in free bets.
Even Bet Rivers, is got a good deal.
Yeah, so does Bet360. They're all friends of ours, but I know that right now, BetMGM, right there. I know that it's all over. It's all over a bunch of content that came out today.
How you think I got my new Beastie Boys T-shirt? Because I got some winnings. No, I'm just
nice.
No, this is an old shirt. I was messing with you. I don't know, but it's gonna be fun, man. Look what we've built, and it's a one-stop shop. BleacherBrothers.com. So.
Looch, who are you most afraid of moves that you've seen, trades, people changing teams? Who is a Ranger fan? Who are you most afraid of right now?
What team I'm afraid of?
Exactly.
Oh, Florida Panthers, without a doubt. Without a doubt, Florida Panthers.
Kachuk.
Yeah.
Hi, I like that. You're very impressed, aren't you? I knew. I knew.
The diehard FAU fan, Alex Barkov.
Yeah, there you go.
There he is.
Sat there like this the entire night.
FAU does not have a hockey team, correct? They have
a club hockey team.
Club. What's the difference? What's a club hockey team? Is that like anybody can walk on?
What the difference is? It is not an NCAA sport. They are not an NCAA team.
Yeah.
Like FAU football is an NCAA team. Club hockey is not. They have club lacrosse, club hockey. They have a club swim team. They also have a NCAA swim team, but it's just for kids that didn't get recruited or stuff like that.
All right.
Yeah.
And this is and this is Club Looch.
Oh, dude.
We know.
Yeah. Listen, I'm looking at all these cameras. Everybody's dancing. I see Tom dancing and Rupert dancing.
That's right. Can't.
Let's do this. Let's get this last little thing of commercials out of the way that we got to do, and we'll come back. We'll do more with you. We'll do more with Christian. We got to bring Luker in. We got to talk to Tom for a minute. So everybody sit tight. You're listening to the Bleacher Brothers show on the Tony Bruno Sports Network, and you're watching us wherever the hell you're watching us. Obviously,
come back, Germany.
Right? Yes, we'll be right back after
You're listening to the Bleacher Brothers on the Tony Bruno Sports Network.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius. Bud Light presents...
Now, back to the Bleacher Brothers on the Tony Bruno Sports Network.
3 words of the wax, 50 sales back. Getting down and ain't giving no slack like a Burger King with the sack of Big Macs. With throwing down with the rockables acts on time. In your mind, you see, you got to boogie to your best ability. You got to funk it up until it knocks you down. And when you're funked up, make sure you pass it around. Come on, let's go to work. We got what'll make your body jerk. Make you throw your hands up in the air, shake your booty and scream, oh yeah. Cause we are the jam on crew, and jamming on it is how we do the do. We'll funk you up until you book it down. So come on, people, check out the sound. Check out the sound. Check out the sound. Check out the sound. Check out the sound.
baby.
Is there anything ugly and good and bad tonight, or was that all lumped in right there?
Yeah, it was basically all lumped in. We had the hit on during the week. There was a hit. I don't know what happened, what came of it, but who was it? Possible.
I was going to say you're going to bring that up here soon.
Yeah, Martin Prospel. The hit on Vince Dunn from Seattle, Seattle Kraken. I didn't have a chance to look at it and see what happened, but he was having a hearing, I think, yesterday. So
Steven, you got it?
I'm not sure what came of it.
Damn it! I was just going through ESPN and it says Kucherov takes the lead for the Hart Trophy. What did I just say last night and the night before? That's your value pick, and now I must have changed the line. We have that power.
I like Kucherov for the Hart Trophy.
Yeah,
I had that written down. Tampa.
I like Shesty.
Shesty, all right.
Yeah, so Pospisil, whatever the hell, Pospisil went through a hearing, and we'll see what happens with that. I'm not 100% sure. I could probably look it up, or Luker can look it up.
I don't know what Luker's doing today. He's a big shot. He had an interview this morning with a Division I softball coach, and now he's
big time in this, baby. Yeah. I mean, he already comes in here stacked up with like at least 5 points.
Pospisil, P-O-S-P-I-S-I-L.
And yes,
I wrote down preparation H. Hold
done.
on.
And if you're watching or listening, yes, I am available for weddings and bar mitzvahs. Just call the 352-234-8669.
He's the DJ, I'm the photographer.
Exactly. It's a wedding package.
It's a
DJ,
hustle.
Photographer, and Steven can he's licensed to marry you in 12 states. I mean, like, perform the ceremony, not actually marry you.
All right. I'm seeing he got suspended for 3 games.
For what did he do? He hit somebody?
Yeah, boarding. Yeah, never. You can't. He hit him on the numbers. Guy turned his back. Vince Dunn, not Vince Vaughn. Vince Dunn turned his back, and Pospisil hit him in the numbers, right into the boards, which is a dangerous play. Man, you could break somebody's neck that way. He went into the boards head first, too, I think. So
He wouldn't try that on Remke, would he?
no, I don't think so.
No.
He wouldn't even try it on Ren or Stimpy either.
JU.
Yeah, so from what I'm seeing, he got 3 game suspension, which is kind of light. You know.
How you follow hockey, Christian?
A little bit.
Panthers?
Of course.
So you were born and raised down here?
Yes, sir.
So you're Dolphins, Panthers,
Dolphins,
Heat.
Marlins, Heat, Panthers.
Yes, míos.
Yeah.
You know,
It was a rough childhood.
It's a much bigger world. You just got done telling me how much you hate Miami and driving down there, and
I don't like to drive. I love the city. But yeah, no, I grew up on all the South Florida teams. My dad's from New York, so I'm a Yankees fan. Grew up a Yankees fan. And then the only other out of state is I'm a Ravens fan because Lamar Jackson's from down here.
You know that Lamar Jackson played football right
Boynton
there,
High.
right? Like literally you get through.
Yes, sir.
Robbie says that every time he comes. You're like, literally right there. I'm
I
like,
went
know.
to the reason that I'm a big Lamar guy is because I went to one of his Boynton High games. My dad works security for Palm Beach County Schools.
Okay.
Years back was like, yo, I'm taking you out to a game. You gotta watch this kid. He's electric. Took me out to a game, absolutely tore up, and I was like, whoa. Went out to one of his last Louisville game, which was a bowl game up in Jacksonville. They lost, but went out to that game, and then haven't seen him play in the pros yet. I'm saving that for when I'm shooting a game.
Well, don't go see him play in the postseason. He won't be very electric then.
Don't
all right?
even. Listen, we all know that everybody at the Chiefs winning, getting that script to get Taylor Swift a ring.
Looch,
Listen.
why don't more hockey players date Taylor Swift?
Because they don't want a song about him.
Yeah, right.
But hockey players get the hot chicks. I mean,
They sure
Candace
do.
Cameron Burr, Hillary Duff. I mean, they're good looking. They're good looking. And Candace Cameron Burr is old like us, and she's still good looking. Looch.
But
Back in the day.
Didn't Alyssa Milano date some hockey player? Too?
Yeah,
She dated baseball and hockey.
Islanders,
her.
guy from the Islanders. for a while. And then you had Carol Alt with Ron Greshner. I don't know if you remember Carol Alt.
Yeah.
Sarah Palin is dating Ron Duguay
Yeah, there you go.
for years now.
Yeah.
Who's got better hair, Sarah or Ron?
Oh. Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, nowadays everybody wants the lacrosse boy or the baseball boy. Nobody really cared about the swimmers when I was in high school.
Oh, it's too bad.
And what makes it worse
Already
is you
had your
just got out of
clothes
high school. So
Yeah.
Your FAU hockey team's going to be in Westchester this weekend, PA, for some kind of a tournament.
the American Legion Open,
Yeah,
the VFW.
some kind of
VFW,
nationals or something. So I would have liked to have gone to see that. At least, I like watching hockey, no matter where it is.
Yeah, hockey's fun. It's fun to shoot. It's fun to just watch hockey in person. That's one of the sports where it's better by a long shot watching in person.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Sure.
Especially.
here in the desert.
Yeah, is it? Why? Because it cools you off?
You know it, baby. You get in there, you're like, oh, we'll never leave. Let's go to overtime.
I've only been to one hockey game live that I can recall, and it was in Brandenburg Arena, Devils Rangers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, nice.
And there were people getting stabbed, bottles breaking over heads. And you know who I went with, don't you?
Oh, God.
Yeah, I went with JU. So all that happened just with me and JU. Then the people around us were fighting too.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
I've
bro.
even been to IHL. It was like the Phoenix Roadrunners out here. This was years ago, and it was a dump, that place. But, man, those guys, like, they really wanted IHL. They were hungry. Every last one of them played their rears off. It was so great to watch.
Yeah, nothing like going to a live hockey game, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of action, let's go to Stephen Luker real fast for the final of the week, because we only work 4 days.
That's right.
So
We're slackers. We're teaching people how to do it the right way.
Steve, exactly.
Look, in
man.
Germany, they know how to work. They work a different kind of schedule, and they're happy as they can be. Finland, same thing. They're just happy.
Well, Stephen, are you happy, Stephen?
Yes.
So show everybody your shirt. You got your Stadium Food Girl shirt on, huh? Finally came in.
Yep.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, Stephen, you're on the clock with this update, okay? Because Tom's got his banjo out, and you ready, Tom?
Yeah, I'm ready.
He's ready. All right, here you go, Stephen.
All right.
See, he knows. He knows when he knows you got to let this is like when you're the DJ. It's like, yeah, the weather is rainy and cloudy, 42 degrees. Tonight, chance of clouds. You're listening to I'm Missing the Morning on WNBC.
Find us on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and
Here we go. We have some finals coming
And they're
in.
off.
And the Timberwolves are going to beat the Pacers 112 to 108. 16 seconds left to go. The Pistons beat the Brooklyn Nets 118 to 112 tonight against the Nets. The Miami Heat are down to against the Dallas Mavericks 93-88 in the fourth quarter, 10:42 to go. And the first quarter, 1:59 left to go. The Suns are up 34 to 19 against the Raptors.
Hey, my pick of the night is Denver. Denver +1 over Boston tonight at home. That's my pick. I don't know if the game started yet, but that was my
Nope,
pick.
that
Never
game
got it
starts
out.
when we're off the air.
Okay.
Good job.
And we have some hockey action. We got the Devils up 3-1 against the St. Louis Blues in the third period. 3:50 left to go. The Florida Panthers and the Philadelphia Flyers are tied 1 apiece in the third period. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. The Columbus Blue Jackets are up 3-2 against the Edmonton Oilers. 4 minutes left in the third period. The Calgary Flames are up 6-3 against the Tampa Bay Lightning in the third period. 5:25 to go in this third period. And the third period, 16:10 left to go. The Boston Bruins are up 4-1 against the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Carolina Hurricanes are up 2-1 against the Montreal Canadiens. It's a 6-0 game in Pittsburgh. The Capitals are up against are beating the Capitals 6-0 against the Penguins. The Nashville Predators are up 2-1 against the Buffalo Sabres in the second period. It's a 0-0 game in Arizona right now. And some college basketball hoop scores. We have number 18 Washington State against Washington. It's a 19-17 game right now. And on this day in history, we're going to go first starting with 1857. Baseball decided 9 innings consisted of an official game, not 9 runs.
Whoa. Did you hear that? The way you would win a baseball game in 1857, right?
Yeah.
1857.
First team to score 9 runs wins.
That's incredible. It's changed. Baseball, if you look at it, it's changed through the years.
And our last piece is in 1986, Wayne Gretzky breaks his own NHL season record with his 136 assists. And that is your sports update.
Why is that such a good record? Guys are getting 100 points in a night right now, Looch is reporting. and I got, Jeff, you have to agree with me on this. And if I'm wrong, stop me and tell me. Since that very first FAU football game, who's been the biggest FAU advocate and supporter?
Oh, definitely AJ.
I mean, yeah, literally, right? Baseball. I even said a bad word today. I didn't mean to my contact at FAU. She's the football. I think she's kind of like the head.
Katrina?
Yeah.
Yes.
She's kind of the head of all of them, I think. And her husband is the baseball coach. And I was like, I really effing like baseball. And so, anyway, I am the advocate, right, Jeff?
That's right, baby.
Guess who was just denied an FAU credential?
I was hoping you were going to go there.
It's me. I got denied so that Christian and Robbie can go to the final basket. I did not get to partake in a basketball game, but screw them. I don't care. I'll beat the baseball game that night anyway. But she said, I'm sorry, the place is just jam-packed. It's the last home game of the season. You know what? And the place only holds, about 17, 18 people when it's sold out?
Damn.
How many people? How many people going? Is there 1,000 fit in there?
I think it's 3K.
3K. And what does TKA fit? About 3K?
I was about to say.
Yeah.
Seems about right, but there's a lot less people that show up.
Yeah.
You got to ask about a TKA chapel. Those are mandatory, so that's when the gym gets filled.
I attended all the football games, so that should immediately put me at the front of the line. So you know what I'm going to do? If I really want to go to this game, I'll go to bleacherbrothers.com tonight or tomorrow because I got time, and I'll click on the StubHub link, and I'll get my ticket there and get the Bleacher Brother discount.
Exactly.
Can't even give you a student ticket. They're now checking owl cards.
Well, you know what? I'm only up to Miss Lippy's grade right now, but at some point I'll make it to Sam Kinnison's history class.
Oh!
Exactly. Oh. So, Looch, what's the plan for the weekend?
You got the game that you had I think, Play Action had mentioned, that Big City Greens game. With the,
I want to talk about that a little bit. It seemed like, parallels the Nickelodeon kind of ordeal they did, and they not just with the Super Bowl. If you paid attention, Nickelodeon has been doing this a couple years, and they'll throw specific games, right? And this was one. Then they decided to bring it back.
Yeah,
right, and we're gonna take a look at this. I think right here. Is that what I got here, Steven? Hang on, I gotta manipulate. I gotta manipulate the screen here. What am I looking at? Is this? It's
gonna be.
Is this our friend?
Well, you guys are so lucky because I think you're listening to the Bleacher Brothers. Can you believe these guys? Hey, I got a secret. I don't think they're really brothers. Don't tell anyone.
Which one is Patrick? Steven. Oh.
This is different. Big City Greens from Disney.
Oh.
Not Nickelodeon.
Oh, all right. Well, we got Donald here.
He's doing the play-by-play?
No, that was him saying you're listening to the Bleacher Brothers show. All right, let it rip, Steven. What happens here? Let's see.
Game here, but Jimmy, I don't see any zoo animals right now. Where are they?
I know.
I know it's bad news. This is a warning call. They are about to come. Just get ready. I'm so sorry.
No.
Oh, here they come. Yep. Oh, this
Jimmy,
is a bad
you
day
have
for
one
Jimmy.
job. At the Zuki.
Even Channel 11 News is here. True. As that puck gets stuck behind the net in the dumpsters. Remember, Grandma in goal for the Rangers. Bill in goal for the Capitals. That's
Not Bill
Green
from
and
Top
Grandma.
Fan.
Tarasenko sends it in front. Zibanejad puts it home.
Oh,
and
the goal
Rangers
exploded.
strike first.
Yeah.
Wow. And the Rangers in transition.
Instant
It's a
replay,
two-man
huh?
game with Tarasenko, who's typically a shooter. Beautiful backhand pass delivered by Tarasenko, and he puts it on a pillar.
Now, all right,
I'm
Steven.
telling you get some fans out of that.
Yeah, now if you're watching a game, man, the real game, you're catching the same action, man. Basically.
When is this
Without
happening?
the zoo animals.
Saturday at 3:00. You got
Yes,
Boston
because-
Bruins and the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Conveniently, I have nothing to do Saturday afternoon now.
Well, the
Because
FAU game will be over.
And the baseball game doesn't start until 5 or 6, so I should be good to. I should be good to go. Will Hanson be performing at this string bean game or
It
the
better be.
Jolly Green Giant game or whatever it's called?
It's possible. You never
We're
know,
gonna bring
man.
them back single-handedly. I'm telling you, they're gonna bop their way back. That's what we do.
I don't have them. I don't think. Let
It's
me
all
see.
good. We can all say, just go for it. Do your best rendition. I kid.
Christian, what is on your agenda for the weekend?
So Saturday I've got the FAU game that I'll be at.
Oh, you rub it in.
Yep.
Mhm.
After that, I don't know what I'm doing, and then Sunday I'm shooting Inter Miami.
Really?
Yes, sir. Get to spend my Sunday afternoon with Messi. It's gonna be fun.
So will Bleacher Brothers get anything out of that?
Maybe. We'll see.
Wow. So.
wow.
And,
Nah,
and you got to witness Christian's first and last appearance on the Bleacher Brothers show.
It was nice. It was nice being on here before I get kicked out. Everybody follow me on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
At least you're honest. And speaking of honest,
We're on a 5-second delay. Hold on. All right. Go ahead, Jeff.
So you're at the combine, right? And there was, some Florida guys. I don't know. You may or may not like, the Gators, but Ricky Pearsall. I don't know if you saw that guy.
Had a great showing.
He had a great showing, and he's from where I live in Gilbert. He's from Chandler. It's the same little community. So I'm rooting for him. What are your thoughts? Is he cool? I mean, do you like him?
I like him. He definitely really impressed me during the combine. He was actually one of the guys that I had written down for my combine winners. I loved the athleticism he showed, especially his vertical was insane. You could see it on the Twitter. It absolutely blew up. The content interaction on that tweet went crazy. But yeah, no, athletically he looked good. His vertical was good. His broad was good. His 40 was good, and then he
Looch,
looked great.
you hear
on
this kid? He
field.
sounds older than us. It was on the Twitter. The Twitter. If you get off the Facebook and go to the Twitter. Go ahead,
This is where he's from. That's how they say.
Go ahead. Enjoy your ticket to the game.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, Ricky Pearsall definitely had a very good combine, and the media availability, he was very well spoken, very humble, talked about his experiences at UF. He talked about how he mentored the underclassmen receivers and was really talking those guys up. He was very vocal leader. Also, I loved the full arm sleeve of tats, and then on the opposite side the leg tat, the leg sleeve. That was a cool look.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, Arizona. Some Arizona kids are all right. I've been raising 2 boys, so
The ones that don't burn to death.
The ones
for the
that don't
heat.
burn to death or kill. We have the Gilbert Goons out here we had to worry about, but looks like that's getting solved. But man, that's good to hear. And it sounds like you made some great connections, and and as much praise as AJ has given you, I give you as much, but just stay consistent, man. And that's the plan. Man, you take over for us. I'm hoping make a bunch of
That's
money.
high aspirations, isn't it?
Well, It'd probably be next week that he'll do that, but yeah.
We'll see how good he is when we only get 2 credentials to the Final Four, and you and I go, Jeff, and he's going to take pictures of his television set and pretend that he's sitting courtside.
Yay!
That's funny.
Hey, Looch, are you hyped up about this Mike Tyson fight? Did you hear about it?
Yeah, I heard a little bit about it. I guess so. I mean, it is what it is. I don't think it's going to be anything fantastic, but
Yeah, take a look. I was going to do this one, Nick, but take a look real fast. This is what...
Tyson.
I'm the best ever. You're scared coward.
Kick your life.
Praise be to Allah.
The rematch is here. Oh my goodness, he's got a buddy right here.
And not only do I have the honor of fighting one of the 2 most famous boxers to ever live, it's also happening live on Netflix.
Look out, this push right here. A reverse by Tyson.
You said the fight's gonna be on Netflix? What do you mean by that? Isn't Netflix where you go to watch movies?
It was until now. This is the first ever professional live sports event on Netflix. And with Netflix in over 500 million households and 260 million subscribers, we plan on this being the biggest fight of the 21st century, dummy.
Who is putting on this event and where will the match be held?
Well, it's our most valuable promotions event. My first time fighting in the stadium, Dallas, Texas.
Oh, you're mad at me for fighting Mike Tyson? Imagine this.
Jake, we got the biggest deal ever. You versus Mike Tyson, live on Netflix. You're gonna entertain millions of people and make an unbelievable amount of money. What do you think?
Nah. Exactly. That's what I thought. July 20th. Be there. Good boy. Oh man, I can't wait for the night of the 20th.
I'm gonna make you my girlfriend.
I'm gonna make Mike my girlfriend.
I'm gonna make sure you kiss me good with those big lips.
You take into the ring a lot of rage.
But you've also never been punched by the most dangerous man in history.
Does it pose any problem to you?
It's a fight. Whatever happens, happens. You're no good for boxing! Fuck you, you punk-ass white boy! Increase!
All right. So yeah, do you think they're going to hype this thing up?
Wow.
I'm surprised that they didn't show his best knockout in history from the clip from The Hangover when he just knocked out Zach Galifianakis. They couldn't get Jake Paul to recreate that scene.
It's coming.
This video goes on for like another 10 minutes. I cut it out when the real Mike Tyson showed up there. We try to keep it kid friendly on this show. So
I want to eat his children. Like, nah, come on, man, that's enough.
So here's what I'm thinking.
Look at this tattoo.
Spits out the ear.
Sorry.
Here's what I'm thinking, Looch. All right, and Jeff, maybe you can get involved in this. It would require you going out to Jersey. You can go up there to that friggin' Dunkin' Donuts you talk about there in Hallmark Town Land.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place.
But I'm seeing a Bleacher Brothers show watch party from JU's Man Cave.
There you go.
Right? He's putting this man cave together. He didn't know why before now.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't had Yingling beer. I hope they have some of that, man. We don't have that on the west side, bro. That's some good lager right there. So,
what do we got? July 20th? Is that what that fight?
July 20th, yes.
All right.
Now, Coach Len wouldn't go to that thing, right? Coach Len is too high. I mean, we're still too rowdy for Len now, right? It sounds like you guys were too rowdy for Len. You guys must have pulled those shenanigans when Len was off duty, if he was the supervisor there.
Yeah, I don't remember him working there. Maybe he was there at a different time because we didn't last too long. I think we might have been there 3 days if we're lucky.
It doesn't surprise me. Oh, and Jeff, what's on your list of things to do this weekend?
Yo, I actually don't have to work on Saturday for the first time, so I get some stuff done around the house. It sounds like a boring old, but hey, I got kids, so they always keep you busy, So we'll be doing kid stuff and spending money, because we gotta go shopping.
Yeah,
because it's it's grocery time. You're gonna go spend what used to be, say $200 a month. It's gonna be like 500-600, yeah, 400 at least. You know, I'm like, what'd you get? One bag, $80. You know, like.
And they made you pay for the bag.
I know.
In Jersey, that's what they're doing.
Coming.
They got it in Jersey already. We don't even get plastic bags anymore, man.
Yeah,
you
that's
gotta bring your own reusable bag.
That blew my mind when I went back to Jersey last year, and they're like, "You want a bag?" And I'm like, "Yeah." What am I gonna do? Carry it? Do you see my shopping cart in my back pocket here? Yeah. What am I gonna do? And they're like, "Okay, it'll be $12 or whatever it was. I don't remember. I was in Target.
Yeah.
I had all kinds of crap, and they're like, "Yeah, that'll be whatever the amount of money was. I forget, but
yeah."
I don't know. I'm trying to
They
close
started
out.
that in California when I was there, and it was like 10 cents. I'm like, well, 10 cents for a plastic bag. And they were okay bags, actually. And like they designed, maybe you want to use them one more time, right? But then I went back to visit, like, the bag thing. Yeah, how about $1.10? And then I think it's increased every year. Like, that's just straight money in their pocket right there.
At least when you go to like Costco or something, you can get one of those cardboard boxes and you could stick all your stuff in the cardboard boxes. They don't give you bags because they got everything in bulk, but at least you grab a cardboard box and throw everything in a box. You don't pay for the box, but you got to pay for a plastic bag.
And you got no straws either, right?
Oh, God. Dude,
don't
get me started on straws.
You have to ask for a straw.
Oh,
they
you
won't
can.
give you a straw anywhere. You can ask for them in certain places, yeah.
And what do you get? Paper or plastic?
It depends. Sometimes they might be even recycled ones. Who the hell knows? There's some crazy freaking material.
Recycled.
Like you put it in money back. You put it in a drink and it'll wait 5 minutes and the thing starts to like bend and shrivel up.
That's the other problem with Miami. When you go to Miami, you get paper straws.
When you walk into half of these Chick-fil-A's nowadays, you get paper straws.
Yeah.
You know
Where even here?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're almost like cardboard.
Yeah, the Chick-fil-A right off the turnpike.
I don't have 3 hours to sit in a drive-through, so I don't do Chick-fil-A.
Must be nice.
That Chick-fil-A's drive-through is actually pretty quick.
Yeah. You start drinking your milkshake, and all of a sudden you're not getting ice cream. You're getting paper mache.
Yeah.
You got to get the app, man, and place your order, and then say you're going to pick it up, and you go park in a spot, and food's ready for you, man. That's what I do.
I like that.
When I get it.
Yeah, but
I blame turtles. That's what I do. I blame turtles for messing up my straw game.
Yeah.
I blame people caring too much about turtles.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Okay, turtles die, just like you and me.
Yeah,
Just
circle of
one
life.
got one stuck in his nose, and it's like we can't have straws. Like, get out of here.
It's been a week, I would say. A really, really good week on the show. If we go back real fast, Monday we didn't do it. We did all this in 3 days.
Yeah. 3 days. We weren't here on Monday, yeah.
Holy crap. We had J.U., Looch.
Z.
We had, Z or Len.
Joe Rubens.
Joe Rubens.
He was phenomenal. I was telling everybody
He
at work
was.
about him.
Joe Rubens was awesome.
Yeah.
We got Christian. We got LaStella Report last night. We got Luker. We got Tom. But we're not done. Listen to this. This is all coming up later this month, okay? In no particular order. Dorian Thompson-Robinson.
Yay.
Pooh Richardson.
Oh, no way.
Angel Martinez.
Cool.
We love Angel.
Gerald White.
Yes.
Another great guy.
Undefeated, I believe, 9-time amateur Muay Thai champion who is now fighting for the belt he's been chasing this summer. Watch it. Oh, how cool would it be if he's on the undercard? Chase Brooks.
Oh, I love Chase.
Yeah.
Coach Gene Clemens of The Athletic.
Good.
Some dude named Tom Herman.
Yeah, baby.
For the baseball guys, some dude named Steve Phillips.
Oh.
Coach, and this guy's coming up pretty quick. I'm thinking next week or the week after. Coach Greg Jackson, and that name might not ring a bell, but Coach Greg Jackson was the coach of the Delaware State Hornets for 14 years. He's the only coach. He's their all-time winningest coach. The only coach ever to take them into the to March Madness, into the tournament. Really, really, really good dude. Joe Q will be on next week.
Philly guy speaks.
Yeah, but he's coming on to do. It's like Kentucky Derby Futures.
Okay.
So he's coming on, and look, there's gonna be more, of course. Bill from Top Fan Rivalry. I'm sure Stadium Fan, Stadium Food Girl is gonna be in. We got to get back MLB Trash Talker. You know, we got Robbie's, Christian, Toby's gonna be. So it's, you think that we're just getting started, man. And we're gonna get Len in for a real interview because, man, I'm fascinated by guys that mold young, impressionable people. You know, I mean, that's an important job.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what we do, this is just like goofy nonsense. But coaches, teachers, people like that, they're the, you know.
Well, we got to bring some levity. We got to bring some, like, seriousness. And why not bring somebody that makes us look legit like Len? I had so many great things to say. And thank you, Len, if you're listening, for what you do and what you did.
Biggest takeaway that I had from Len, and I haven't seen, I mean, I see him on Facebook, but what I saw tonight on camera, the dude looks just like John Gotti Jr.
Yeah.
It's like, seriously, Looch.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know if that's good or not, but I'm going to stay in line when I bring him back on. I ain't going to ask the wrong questions, that's for sure.
Just don't let his kid fight Mayweather. Some things will get out of hand.
Yeah, exactly.
See, that's a good one.
So that's the next step. Floyd is going to have to do something outrageous to top Tyson because, you know, it's got to be all about Floyd, and he doesn't realize that nobody gives a damn anymore.
I'll still watch.
Oh. Steven, what do you got planned?
Well, watch some Formula One this weekend.
Yeah, Steven's right in Formula One now, too. This guy is like an aficionado on Formula One. I had no idea before last week.
Wow.
And to answer your FAU's basketball capacity, it's 2,900.
2,900.
But the record attendance they had was this year against UTEP with 3,240 fans.
No, but equate the 2,900 people into Chef Tom terms. How many cigarettes is that? Can they fit in the building?
Oh, no.
Exactly. And Chef Tom, what are you doing this weekend, Chef Tom?
I'm working.
You're working. Wow.
Working and riding the bike.
There you go. Man.
Yep.
Oh. All right. Well, look, Jeff, we need to thank everybody that was on all week. We mentioned them, but thank you to everybody. Christian, Jeff, you have fun tonight? It got a little bit hijacked. That's how the shows have been going this week. Could have been a lot worse. You could have been on with JU on Tuesday, and then you wouldn't have got 2 words in. And you might have got hit in the head. Who knows?
That's all right. I'm young. I can recover from the hits.
Nick the Flick calling in, right? Nick the Flick called in.
Nick the Flick,
That's
yeah.
right. We had him on the show, calling in. You know,
AJ's
thank you,
birthday.
Twitch. AJ, what about that? AJ's birthday. I forgot.
I forgot all about my birthday, dude.
Yeah, Marilyn Monroe.
You would think that somebody would give me their FAU credential for my birthday this week, right? But no, that's not going to happen.
We're still celebrating right now.
So we are still celebrating.
Me and Robbie will FaceTime you so you can get the full experience.
Appreciate that.
I'll be on the baseline. I'll just have a camera mounted to my chest on FaceTime with you.
I get the last laugh because I'm booking their hotel to the AAC conference championship next week.
We're about to be staying in a La Quinta Inn.
No, La Quinta would be nice. So
Motel 6.
We'll be back. We'll be back on Twitch and Twitter and X and the Facebook and the YouTube and the TBSN. Yes. Tune in tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. for the Pete Shepard Show. And then LFG is on after Pete Shepard, after a little break, and you get Tony Bruno, and then we'll be back on Monday. Everybody have a fantastic weekend. Go FAU, and that's it. We're going to get out of here.
There's only one real place for total sports. That's the Tony Bruno's.
That was not a bad week, guys.
That was pretty good.
We did. I'm completely out of gas. But, yeah, we did get a lot done.
It's going to be crazy, too.
Yeah, I know. We got I can't do it tonight, Jeff. We got to talk maybe tomorrow or Saturday about how we're going to structure everything going forward.
Yes,
I don't know. I don't know that Angel is going back to his show. So he may float. And if he floats, that could be good for us.
Yeah.
There's also the thought, this might be crazy, but there's also
Just saying we're still on.
Oh,
Must be on
yeah,
Twitch
look at that.
still.
We are. This is the after show. But if they